For a brief moment, 1900 years ago, a brilliant light was cast upon the mystery of heaven. In a vision from God, the Apostle John actually gazed into eternity and beheld the new universe and earth, and with them a third dimension of paradise. A remarkable city, foretold by the Old Testament prophets, that would descend through the clouds toward the new earth. Here it is written, God will dwell forever with his people. It is called the New Jerusalem.
Then an angel carried me away to a high mountain and showed me the holy city, the New Jerusalem. It shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel.
Both the Old Testament and New Testament prophecies indicate that this indeed will be the dwelling place of the true and living God. This New Jerusalem, this heavenly city. Jesus said he was going to leave his followers to go and prepare a place for them. And he said, in my Father's house there are many rooms. So I kind of portray this holy city, this heavenly city that comes down, I believe personally, to earth as the crown jewel of residence for all those faithful people that believed in God from all the centuries.
Theologians and scholars have long tried to interpret John's description of this city, for it provides the Bible's clearest glimpse of heaven. Though their opinions have varied, many agree that details of the New Jerusalem's actual design are specifically noted in the final chapters of Revelation.
She had a great and high wall, with 12 gates, and 12 angels at the gates. On the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. There were 3 gates on the east, 3 gates on the north, 3 on the south, and 3 on the west. The city was laid out like a square, as long as it was wide, 12,000 stadia in length, and as wide and high as it was long. The wall was made of jasper, and the city of pure gold.
Because the Apostle John gave the New Jerusalem dimensions, I have to believe it is a very real place. There will be streets, there will be rivers running through it, there will be walls, but they will be streets and rivers and walls which are entirely alien to anything we know of here on earth.
Many scholars believe that the New Jerusalem will be shaped like a cube, the Greek and Hebrew symbol of perfection. Measuring about 1,500 miles on each of its edges, its base alone would cover nearly all of the continental United States. But beyond the enormity of its dimensions, there is intriguing spiritual symbolism in the city's overall design. No building in ancient Israel was more important than Jerusalem's temple. Once each year, within its walls, the high priest would approach a sacred room called the Holy of Holies. There, he would enter into the presence of God. In Israel's first temple, completed by Solomon in 959 BC, this Holy of Holies, which housed the Ark of the Covenant, was constructed as a perfect cube measuring 30 feet wide, long, and high.
And what does this tell us? I think it tells us that the New Jerusalem, just like that Holy of Holies, a smaller cube, is a place where, like the Holy of Holies, it will be filled with the presence of God, the dazzling presence of God. The Holy of Holies was the place where God dwelt and met with his people. And I do believe that that's the parallel, and that's the purpose of this holy city. It will be, like the Holy of Holies, this wonderful place where God in all of his dazzling presence will meet with his people.